I wake up to sunlight streaming through my windows. Finally, the weekend is here. A day of complete freedom. I even got to sleep in a little. I get ready for the day and head downstairs for breakfast. My aunt, uncle, Mina, and Erilyn are already eating.
Good morning, sleepyhead.
Good morning.
I'm glad we got to see you. We're just about to head over to the bakery.
Yes, we don't see nearly enough of you kids these days. We've all been so busy, haven't we?
I grab some food for myself and join them at the table. Yeah, I guess we've all had a lot going on.
We should do something as a family. I've been missing everyone.
I know. Why don't we have a movie night tonight? It's been too long since our last one.
Oh, that sounds perfect.
Yeah, I love movie night.
Count me in.
Erilyn, you should join us too.
She smiles.
I'd be honored. Is there anything special I should prepare for this movie night?
Nope, it's just all of us spending time together to watch a movie.
That sounds delightful. Thank you for the invitation.
You're welcome.
Wonderful. Then we'll close the bakery early tonight. I'm so excited.
Me too.
I'm looking forward to it myself. The movie nights with Mom and Dad were always funny too. We should have another one next time they're home. Aunt Emiko and Uncle Hajime soon head over to the bakery while the rest of us finish up breakfast. After cleanup, Mina and Erilyn return to their rooms to get ready for the day. I return to my own room. Other than movie night, I have no plans. Maybe I should see if someone's free to hang out. I was going to check out the VR at Kira's place today. After getting ready, I leave the house. It's a bit of a walk from my place to Kira's, but the weather is warm and mild, making it a pleasant trip. The closer I get, the larger and the fancier the surrounding houses look. Her home is in the really nice part of town. Even though her family doesn't live there, it seems like they still want her to be comfortable. She lives a little closer than I thought and I arrive early. Hopefully Kira doesn't mind. I stop in front of the address she gave me. A fancy black luxury car is parked out front. Am I at the right house? I didn't think Kira had a car. As I double check the address, the front door opens and I see Kira holding the door for an older man and woman. They're dressed in very tasteful, upscale clothes. Those must be her parents, although Kira doesn't look much like them. I didn't know her parents would be here. Maybe I should leave. I don't know how they'd react to their daughter having a strange boy over. Kira spots me before I can go.
Oh, you're early.
Her parents turn around and look me over.
Hello, young man.
Hi, sorry, is this a bad time?
Not at all. We were just leaving.
Ah, is this a friend of yours, Kira?
Yes, he's a classmate from school. We have a school project together.
Hi, I'm Hiro. It's nice to meet you, Mr. and Mrs. Igarashi.
The pleasure's all ours.
He extends a hand, which I take. He grips my hand firmly before releasing. Somehow this introduction feels more like a business transaction than a real conversation. Mrs. Igarashi looks from me to Kira and back to me again.
Were you two going to remain in the house together?
This is what I was worried about. Let's set the story straight, even though this could be utterly hilarious. Yes, but only so I could test out the orbless chasm.
Oh, yes, of course.
Wait, is that gonna get Kira in trouble? It's still a prototype, so it's possible she shouldn't share it. Or not, we could do something else. No, that sounds exactly like what I want to avoid. Like, hang out. Kira stares at me and I trail off. This is just making things worse. Surprisingly, her parents don't seem to care.
Well, I hope you two enjoy yourselves. We're on our way out.
Yes. We're passing through on our way to a prior engagement and needed to pick something up.
Kira remains quiet as she walks her parents to their car.
It's nice that Kira has a friend. We don't normally hear about any of them.
Sorry that we aren't able to stay longer. Perhaps next time we can give you a proper welcome.
No problem. I'm still confused by how relaxed her parents are about the situation. A strange boy staying in an empty house with their daughter alone and unsupervised? If anything, they almost seem relieved to see me.
Goodbye, Kira.
Goodbye.
Have fun with your little friend.
I will.
They start the ignition and drive away, leaving Kira and I standing in the driveway. Your parents seem like they were in a rush to catch a flight or something.
No, they're always like that.
Her voice sounds tight, even though her face remains a neutral mask. She turns to me.
Do you want to come in?
Sure. She abruptly turns and leads me into the house. I follow her into the living room and sit on the broad couch. Her house feels very spacious and sleek. Although she has the newest electronics and high-end furniture, it lacks the feeling of coziness that a home brings. Reminds me of a model house rather than a home that's lived in. We sit in an awkward silence. I can tell Kira is tense. She sits stiffly on the other end of the couch and doesn't make eye contact.
I'll set up the Orbulus chasm for you.
Yeah, something definitely feels off. This is so cold, man. It is so awesome, but we're trying to be the romantic modern hero today. Kira is clearly upset about something. I should make sure that she's okay before even considering playing VR. Hold on, that can wait. Are you okay?
Yes.
That didn't sound convincing. I don't think she'll tell me if I directly ask her. Maybe if we talk about something else, she'll be more willing to open up. It was cool meeting your parents. Sorry if I interrupted your time with them.
You didn't. They only came by because they needed something.
Oh, so it was a surprise drop-in? She nods. When are they going to visit next?
I don't know.
They haven't planned it yet?
No.
That's different. My parents travel often, but I always know when they'll be home. And if they surprise me, it's because they come home early rather than late. Kira seems prompted by my silence.
It's okay. I'm used to it. When I was at boarding school, I only saw them when I went home for school breaks. They said it was because it was hard to visit when the boarding schools had strict schedules.
Is that why you chose to come here to Matsukaze?
I wanted a new experience away from the busy city life, and my parents were happy to send me here.
That doesn't sound too bad. At least they seem receptive to our wants. Maybe that means they'll visit more now that you're in a regular high school. No more strict schedules to plan around.
Maybe.
I mean, this drop-in from them was more than what you normally see, right? It could be starting. She's quiet. I don't think that helped. Kira's parents don't know what they're missing out on. Even if they don't want to see their daughter, I certainly do. She's kind-hearted and caring, and even though she puts on a tough front, she has a sensitive side to her too. Well, that's their loss. She blinks.
What?
Even if they don't want to visit you, I still do.
You do?
Yeah, I have a lot of fun when I'm with you. She offers me a fragile smile.
Thanks.
Kira still doesn't seem completely herself. Wonder what else I can try to cheer her up. What does Kira like? Suddenly an idea pops into my head. Hey, Kira, can I borrow your kitchen?
Huh?
She looks completely confused. I'll bet no one's asked her that before. I mean, is it okay if I use your kitchen? I just need to make something real quick.
Oh, I guess so.
She leads me into the kitchen. As with the living room, her kitchen is full of expensive state-of-the-art gadgets. Aha! She has a milk frother. A smile grows on my face. Thanks, Kira.
What should I do?
You can sit down. I'll just be a moment. Kira looks skeptical. I know this sounds sketchy, but don't worry. I won't be putting your very expensive toaster under my shirt. I think I see a smile.
Okay.
She goes back to the other room. Good. Some privacy. Kira was really happy when we were in the cafe with Hello Kitten desserts. There's no way I can whip up a cake here, but I could probably recreate that latte. I mean, how hard can it be? After brewing the coffee, I use the milk frother and hope for the best. A few minutes later, I'm holding a fresh, steaming latte and bring it to the living room. Carefully, I place it in front of Kira. Ta-da! She glances down and blinks.
You made a latte?
Yes, but look at what's in the latte. Kira squints to get a better look.
What is it?
It's Hello Kitten! Her eyes widen and her mouth gasps into a little O. I can see why she's confused. The beautiful Hello Kitten I wanted to make looks a lot more like a frothy, lumpy cloud. But it's the thought that counts, right? Suddenly, Kira covers her mouth with a hand as she breaks out into giggles. They're light and delicate like bubbles.
I'm sorry, but Hello Kitten?
She giggles again. Although I wasn't expecting that reaction at all, I catch myself smiling. Her laugh is gentle and sweet. When she calms down, a pink blush dusts her face.
I'm sorry.
Were you laughing at my masterpiece? Excuse me, are you trying to tell me that didn't look like Hello Kitten? Her blush deepens.
It was a good attempt.
It was the spitting image, in my opinion. That grants another smile.
Thank you for the latte.
She glances back at the foam and tries to suppress her laughter. She looks to be in a good mood. Hey, latte art isn't as easy as it looks. I'd like to see you try to make it.
Okay.
We return to the kitchen. Kira puts down the coffee cup and heads over to the machine. I wait, curious to see the result. In a moment, she turns around and presents me with a steaming latte. The foam is neat, and even over the coffee, I can immediately tell it's the shape of a cat. I stand by what I said. Latte art is still difficult, but clearly you have a natural talent for it. Such an unfair advantage. She giggles.
It helps that I normally draw.
She offers me her cup.
Here.
I shake my head and reach for the latte I made. You should drink it. I made the ugly one, so I should drink that one.
No,
She thrusts her coffee into my hands and takes the ugly one for herself.
this one is mine.
Are you sure? Yours is so much prettier. She hugs the ugly latte close to her.
This one was made for me.
I smile, feeling a warmth grow in my chest. Okay then, thank you. Kira looks like she's about to say something when she's interrupted by a chime from her phone. She looks down, her face slips into a frown.
Oh, it's my parents.
What do they want?
They're on their way back to pick up one more thing.
I feel as though I should leave so I don't intrude, but I wonder if she'll be okay. As if sensing my thoughts, she speaks.
I'll be fine.
Okay, then I should probably go. She nods. I help her clean up the cups before she walks me to the door.
Thanks.
Her expression has returned to neutral, but I can tell she's back to her old self again. No problem.
I'm sorry you didn't get to try the Orbulus.
It's okay, I probably would have picked up a lot. Okay, I don't know if that's actually a thing, but it's okay, I probably would have picked up a latte making game anyway, so doing it in real life was better. She giggles.
Still, maybe the next time you come over you can try it out.
So there will be a next time. Kira nods. I grin in response. After we say goodbye, I start the walk back home. My heart feels light in my chest and I catch myself smiling. This is the first time I saw Kira really relax around me. Hope I'll be able to see more of her smiles and hear more of her laughter. Soon I return home and go up to my room. I spend my time relaxing and playing video games. Eventually I grow bored of that. There's still a little while before movie night, so I decide to head downstairs for a bit. When I get there, Mina is playing on her phone in the living room. She looks up when I enter.
Hey, cuz.
Hey, what are you up to? Before she can respond, my uncle walks in from the kitchen. Looks like he's headed back to the bakery.
Oh, good, you're both here. And I hope you're excited for movie night. Amiko's closing up. I came by to grab something.
He takes a quick glance around the room.
Can you guys clean up this mess, please?
Mina and I take a look around the room. The futon cushions have fallen off the couch, there are crumbs all over the table, and more than a few on the floor. A few books and dirty dishes had also been left out. What's the problem? Clean up what? Uncle Hajime raises an eyebrow.
You don't see the crumbs on that table?
Oh, now that you pointed it out, I do.
Or the books on the floor?
That's not where they normally rest?
It shouldn't be.
Who knew? I pick up the books and put them back on the shelf. Uncle Hajime chuckles.
If you need any more help spotting the mess, you can ask Mina.
I glance over and see Mina putting the futon cushions back on the couch. Right.
I'm gonna help Amiko close up. We'll start movie night when we get back.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Uncle Hajime heads back to the bakery. I gather up the dishes while Mina grabs the vacuum. Soon she's running the machine over the floor. The loud whir of the vacuum cleaner draws Erilyn out of her room. She looks at Mina with some confusion.
What are you doing?
Mina shuts off the machine.
We're just cleaning up before movie night.
Erilyn stares at the vacuum.
You still use these antiques to clean?
Well, yeah. It's a vacuum cleaner. Do you not use vacuums?
Not like that. All of our cleaning is done by automated drones.
Automated drones? You mean like a Roomba?
Erilyn still looks shocked and I hurry to interject. Yes, a Roomba. They're very popular in Sweden.
Oh, I wouldn't mind having one of those. It seems easier than pushing a vacuum.
You said you're cleaning up before movie night?
Yeah.
In that case, as I am also a participant of movie night, I shall help.
Mina perks up.
Really?
Yes. Cleaning this whole place is a lot of effort for you to do alone, Mina. It'll be easier if I help.
I'm helping too. Erilyn glances at me, looking for a moment as if she'd forgotten I was there.
All the more reason Mina will need my help. Okay, let's get started.
She grabs the vacuum.
How do your cleaning machines work?
Oh, well, you just kind of roll it over whatever you want to clean.
Erin rolls the vacuum back and forth, looking puzzled.
Like this?
No. First, you have to turn it on. Like this.
Mina presses the button. Erilyn's eyes widen at the loud roar. She jumps back like a startled puppy.
Why is it so loud? Is it having some kind of meltdown?
What? No. It's always like that. Now run it over whatever you need to clean.
Like this?
She carefully pushes it back and forth over the carpet.
Yes, exactly.
Satisfied that Mina and Erilyn have things handled for the moment, I resume picking things up. As soon as I turn my back, I hear Mina shouting.
No, not like that.
I turn around and see Erilyn trying to roll the vacuum over the coffee table. She freezes at Mina's shout. That is a sound strategy. Why didn't I think of that?
What?
Not on the table.
You said to run it over whatever I need to clean. Does the table not need cleaning?
Yes, but we'll use something else for that.
A different vacuum? Mina gently takes the vacuum from Erilyn.
The vacuum is for the floor only.
Ah, yes, I've mastered this now. Behold the cleaning powers of Grade Representative Erilyn.
She runs the vacuum over the same little patch of floor over and over. That's not gonna work. Let's have her do something else. I grab the cloth to wipe down the tables and offer it to Erilyn. Here, since you want to clean the table, this is what we use instead. Do you want me to show you what to do? Erilyn scoffs.
As if I would need assistance on how to use a rag.
Okay. I step back and she comes over to the table. As Erilyn wipes down the surface, she just pushes the crumbs off the table and onto the carpet. I sigh. Guess we'll have to vacuum that up in a minute. Erilyn stands up, gazing proudly at her work.
Look at that spotless surface. Not a crumb in sight.
Yeah. I glance at Mina, who silently comes by with the vacuum. We end up having to redo some of Erilyn's cleaning, but it actually does go a little quicker with her helping out. Finally, all the floors get vacuumed and the last stray bits of stuff get put away. When we're done, Erilyn beams proudly.
See? No trouble at all. Aren't you glad I was here to help?
Looks the exact same to me. Where was the part that you were helping? Help! You put the vacuum cleaner on the table!
It got it clean, didn't it?
Yeah, but only because we had to clean it again the proper way. She waves a hand dismissively.
Details.
Yeah, thank you for your help, Erilyn. It was a lot quicker with you helping out.
You're welcome, Mina. I was happy to assist.
I'm going to go make some popcorn before Mom and Dad come back.
Good idea. Mina heads towards the kitchen. As soon as she's out of view, Erilyn collapses on the couch.
Well, I'm just glad that's out of the way. It'd be a bother to have to do that again.
Huh? That was just routine cleaning. We'll have to do it again in a week or so. Her eyes widen.
You have to clean that often?
Yeah?
How exhausting! I didn't think cleaning would be such a difficult task, but after tidying just one room, I'm tired and could use a rest.
We normally don't just clean one room either. We clean all of them. She glances up at me.
Don't you ever get bored or frustrated having to clean so often?
We all use the space so everyone pitches in with cleaning. When we all work together, it's not so bad. Like today, we finished up our chores pretty quickly. Erilyn's quiet for a moment.
Perhaps I haven't fully appreciated just how much effort goes into little things like this.
I'm sure Erilyn's never had to think about cleaning her chores in her life. As she said, the palace has drones to handle all that for her.
The next time you have to do chores, please let me know. As someone who also lives here, albeit temporarily, it would only be right for me to pitch in.
Thanks, Erilyn. She smiles.
You're welcome.
I'm sure Uncle Hajime and Aunt Emiko will be back soon. We should get ready for movie night. Erilyn nods. Right on cue, Uncle Hajime returns with Aunt Emiko.
Hello, everyone! We're back!
Uncle Hajime surveys the room.
This place looks great.
Aunt Emiko nods.
It does! Are we ready for movie night?
Mina returns to the living room carrying a big bowl of popcorn.
Yes! Yay, movies!
She puts the popcorn down on the table and Uncle Hajime grabs the drinks. I turn on the TV while everyone settles onto the couch.
Did we ever decide on what we're watching?
Just pick something with pangos. They're all good.
What's a pango?
Just the most adorable thing ever. They're like these big squishy balls of love and joy. Look, I can show you a picture of one on my phone.
Erilyn leans in to look at Mina's phone.
You're right. They are adorable.
What do we have streaming this month?
I grab the remote and start scrolling through the selections on Netflix. I don't remember what I did last time. I'm in the mood for something scary. How does a chilling tale of a Pongo graveyard where dead Pongos return to life as undead abominations sound? Erilyn's frozen in a wide-eyed grimace.
It sounds horrible.
I'm with Erilyn. I did not suggest Pangos so I could be scared.
Aunt Emiko blinks.
But the Pangos are so cute. How scary could it be?
You haven't seen the movie before, have you? She shakes her head.
Maybe we should pick something else.
No! I'm pretty sure I picked that one last time. That the heartbreak feels so familiar. Nope. Oh man, I can't rewind. Here we go. A sci-fi tale of a simple farmer Pongo in a faraway galaxy who goes on to master magical powers and topple an evil empire.
This sounds like a fantastic premise.
Yeah, but the last 3 movies are gonna torpedo the entire thing.
It is! They made a lot of sequels. Too many if you ask me.
May the poi be with you.
Mom, I didn't know you liked this movie.
Oh, yes, sweetie. Your father and I watched Pongo Wars on our first date.
Aw, that's really cute. Tell me more.
Well, after we watched the 3rd movie is when your mom and I made our relationship official.
Mina wiggles happily in her seat, letting out a little squee while Uncle Hajime looks thoughtful.
In fact, that was the first evening that...
I blink.
Hajime!
Aunt Emiko playfully hits his arm.
Huh? First evening that what?
Uncle Hajime chuckles.
That may be a story for another time.
I feel a great disturbance in the poi. I select our film of choice and squeeze onto the couch during the opening title. Kind of would be interesting to see a CG of all 5 of them trying to cram into that little couch. Erilyn is confused by a few cultural references, but seems to enjoy herself anyway. She laughs along with the rest of us and is on the edge of her seat for the tense moments. Finally, the movie comes to an end. Aunt Emiko sighs contentedly.
That was really fun. I'm so happy we were able to do this again.
Me too. We'll have to plan another one soon.
Uncle Hajime stifles a yawn.
But for now, I think it's time for bed.
I'm not tired.
Mina yawns widely as she speaks. I don't think she's fooling anyone. As we scoot off the couch, Erilyn faces us.
Thank you very much for letting me join your family this evening.
You're very welcome, sweetie.
Then you'll have to join us for the next one too.
I'd like that very much.
After cleaning up, we'll head upstairs and disappear into our respective rooms. I didn't realize how much I missed hanging out with my family until tonight. Uncle Hajime and Aunt Emiko are always smiling, but sometimes I wonder if they feel like they miss out on a lot due to their work schedules. I should make more of an effort to include them. Do my parents feel that way too? Must be even harder for them with all the traveling they do. I make a mental note. Next time Mom and Dad are home, we're definitely having a movie night. Or by the thought I get ready for bed and fall asleep as soon as my head hits the pillow. The next morning I wake up feeling refreshed. Kosei and Kira will be coming over today to work on our class project. Better get a move on. I throw on some clothes and head downstairs. It's no surprise to see Mina and Erilyn already awake and sitting at the kitchen table.
Morning, cuz.
She glances at the clock.
Or good afternoon is more like it.
I check the time. There's still 15 minutes before it's noon. Still counts. I find some leftover bread from the bakery and split it in half. I'll never understand how Mina is still a morning person on the weekends.
You may wish to hurry as we have company coming over.
I stuff the rest of the bread in my mouth. That's upon cue, the doorbell rings. I cross to the front door and swing it open, revealing a grinning Kosei. Kira stands next to him. Hey guys, come on in. I step aside and shut the door behind them. They slip off their shoes and follow me into the kitchen. Mina beams as soon as they walk in.
Hi, guys.
Hey!
Kira nods. We all gather around the table. There's a moment of awkward silence. Nobody's really sure who should start talking. Finally, Mina speaks.
So, the project. Miss Sato gave us a lot of freedom with our presentation. If we can do anything to present, what should we do?
I went with this one last time because I remember it. Let's try putting the points into Kira's court. Think something creative would make it more fun?
Something creative. Like what?
I don't know.
We could add art to the presentation.
Erilyn doesn't look too sure.
Wouldn't it be easier to just go up there and talk about it? Why go through the effort of finding imagery?
We can always do both.
I suppose so.
She glances at Kira.
What did you have in mind?
Kira remains stoic as ever, but her fingers finch in her lap.
I could draw some of the scenarios we research. It can be in the background while someone else presents.
That could work, as long as you don't mind doing all the drawing.
I don't mind.
Mina perks up.
I think that sounds great. It'll be informative, but creative at the same time.
Yeah, sounds cool to me.
Erilyn nods.
Yes, I'm glad that's settled.
Once we settle on how we should present, we start brainstorming. Mina begins delegating everyone's roles in the group.
Okay, if Kira wants to do the creative part, then the rest of us should figure out who will be putting together the presentation and who will be speaking.
She glances at Erilyn.
You are amazing at public speaking, Miss Grade Representative. I think you could present our information well while the rest of us put the research together.
Erilyn nods.
A most wise delegation.
The roles are starting to get assigned, but what about me? How should I approach this? I think I went with this one before. Let's see if we can get out of this by delegating, like Erilyn taught us. I can see Mina's trying to be the leader, but clearly this is a role made for me. Yes, and Mina can help research. Mina turns to me.
Huh?
Erilyn can help present,
I just said that.
and Kira can do all the creative stuff. Mina crosses her arms.
And what are you going to do?
I'm leading, can't you tell? She lifts an eyebrow.
You mean wasting time?
What? Of course not. Mina shakes her head.
All for my cousin as leader, say I.
No one says a thing, not even Kosei. A2, Brute?
Sorry, but if you're too busy pretending to be what we already know Mina is, that just means that I'll have to pick up your slack.
Damn it. The rest of our time on the project seems to go by smoothly. Think we'll actually make a pretty good team. When we take a break, Mina clears her throat.
Now that all of that's out of the way,
She splits into a wide grin.
are you guys excited for the hot springs trip this year?
Oh, hot springs? That sounds promising. I used to frequent the private hot springs back home
I cough pointedly.
in Sweden, but I haven't been to one in a while.
Mina's eyes widen.
Did you say you have your own private hot spring?
No, she just said the private ones. Think those are the ones that have single pools so you don't have to relax with a group? Are those real? I have no idea. Anything is possible in this fake Sweden. Mina seems to accept it.
I see. Well, I'm excited anyway, and I can't wait to hang out there with Erilyn and Kira.
I think hot springs are quite relaxing.
Indeed.
Seems like Kira's looking forward to it too. The only person who's been strangely quiet is Kosei. What about you, Kosei? You excited?
Nah, not really.
What? Why not? He shrugs.
It just doesn't seem that cool, to be honest.
What are you talking about? I thought you loved the hot springs.
Yeah, we're going to be staying in cabins and everything. There will be campfires and hiking. How's that uncool?
It's all low tech.
It doesn't matter. I'm not going anyway.
Mina blinks surprised.
Why not?
I just don't have time for it.
But it's a school trip, so it's happening during school.
Yeah, but it's overnight and I can't get the time off work.
I get the feeling there's more to this than he's letting on. Before Mina can argue, Kosei checks the time and then clears his throat.
Speaking of which, sorry guys, but I have to go to work.
Now that I think about it, we haven't seen his sister this playthrough, have we? She pauses, then nods.
Aw, okay. Do you know what you have to work on for the project?
Yep, I'll email it over tonight.
He stands up and brushes himself off, then waves goodbye.
See you guys later.
The girls wave. I'll walk you out. We make our way to the front door, out of earshot of the others. So, are you really not going to the hot springs?
Yeah, I'm really not going.
That's a bummer. Kosei's my best friend. Won't be the same without him there. I bet if you tell your manager it's a trip for school, they'll let you have time off. Kosei's face changes.
Dude, that's not the reason.
I thought you said it was. He falls silent. Work is really important to him. I know he works so hard to help out his mom, who's raising him and his siblings on her own. I think back to how his entire wardrobe outside of school is out of date, and how the doorbell was broken the last time I visited. When I think of it all that way, the pieces suddenly fall into place. Oh, this is really unfair. Kosei deserves to go on this trip. He puts on a brave face.
Don't worry. There'll always be next time. I'll see you around, okay?
He turns to go, but an idea suddenly lights up in my head. Hey, wait a second. He stops as I shuffle my wallet out of my pocket.
No, man.
Ignoring his protests, I hand him the money. No, really, it's fine. He shakes his head.
I'm serious. I can't accept something like that.
Kosei is resolute in his decision. He probably doesn't want to feel like a charity case. He still has his pride, and I'm one of the few people who knows his family situation. What are you talking about? I'm not giving you the money. This is a loan.
A loan?
Yeah, and just like a loan, I expect it to be paid back. So take it. That seems to change something in him. He still looks uncertain, but he finally accepts.
Wow. You must have worked a lot of overtime during this kind of money.
Yeah, but it's okay. I'll be getting it all back anyway. With interest.
Uh-oh. What'd I get myself into?
Kosei finally smiles. He nods, looking more like his old self again. He clasps a hand on my shoulder.
Thank you.
What did I do last time? I don't know. Don't mention it. I'm just glad he can come along. The trip wouldn't have been the same without him. Kosei glances at the time again.
Okay. Now I really gotta get going if I don't want to be late for work. I don't need you breaking my kneecaps if I don't pay this back in time.
Alright, see you later.
Bye.
He smiles as he walks out the door, shutting it softly behind him. When I get back to the kitchen, only Kira and Erilyn are at the table. Erilyn lets out a groan. She slumps forward in her chair and cups her cheek in her palm.
What a long day. I can't believe how exhausting that was.
We got a lot of work done.
I know, but why do I have to do work on this project when I'm going home in a month? There are so many other things I'd rather do with my time.
I pull up a chair and sit down. Because while you're here, you've got to act normal.
I can act normal without doing homework. Maybe this Sweden doesn't do homework.
They do. Everyone does homework.
I understand.
I blink at Kira. You do.
Homework can be a pain.
Erilyn smirks in satisfaction.
There, even Kira agrees. When I was back in Belden.
She stops, her eyes suddenly growing wide. Why'd you stop? Kira knows you're not from this world, remember? Kira shakes her head. Yeah, you do. You know Erilyn's from Velden. Kira's gaze flicks to the side. What's going on with you guys?
Velden?
My stomach drops. Slowly I turn around. Mina is staring at me dumbfounded.
Did you just say Erilyn is not from this world?
Maybe if I don't answer, Mina will just forget all about it. Kira and Erilyn both watch me, wait for me to answer, but I don't.
Are you ignoring me now? Real mature, cuz.
I'm not ignoring you. I'm ignoring your question. I have a feeling I did this last time just because the way I treat her is kind of a reflex.
That's the same thing!
It's not.
Since you're refusing to answer, does that mean Erilyn is really from another world?
She glances at Erilyn, who hesitates, then nods. So much for ignoring it.
But how?
We don't really know.
And why here?
We don't know that either. Mina shakes her head.
This is all so confusing.
That's because he's not explaining it correctly.
Yes, maybe we should start from the beginning.
We go into the explanation of everything we know so far, beginning with the Wish and Kira's involvement and ending with Mrs. Tanaka and Erilyn's remaining time here. Every so often, Erilyn interjects with her own comments or clarifications. Kira lets us do most of the talking, but occasionally will share her side of the story. Mina listens quietly, her expression changing with each twist and turn in the story. She remains quiet even after we're done.
Are you okay, Mina?
Slowly, Mina nods.
Yeah.
Are you sure? She nods again, more confidently this time.
Yeah, I am. It's a lot to take in at once, but in a way it kind of explains some things.
Like what?
I don't know, like, some of the stuff Erilyn would say and the explanations would seem off.
I scratched my head trying to remember some of the things I explained away. Was it really that obvious?
No, not really. But it was stuff like when Erilyn said they all use automated drones and you said Roombas were all the rage in Sweden. It just all seemed very convenient. I even Googled stuff about Sweden because it seemed like it was just so different there.
Wait, really? I didn't expect that you'd Google it. She looks bashful.
I was honestly curious. Erilyn just seemed really confused about some basic things, and I wondered if life in Sweden was really that peculiar.
Kira looks intrigued.
What did you learn?
A lot of stuff, but nothing relevant to what I was looking for.
I hadn't realized Mina had been wondering about us. I guess sooner or later she would have discovered our secret anyway. It's probably better that she learned of it now. Erilyn still looks worried.
Mina, are you not upset?
No, not even close. I'm honestly so relieved. I thought I was going crazy.
You are. I saw a smile spreads across Erilyn's face.
Oh, good. I'm so happy to hear that.
But I do have one question. Why didn't you guys just tell me?
I wasn't sure if you'd even believe it. I mean, people don't just fall out of the sky.
I guess that's true. But I'm your cousin. You know you can tell me anything.
Good to know. Now go away.
I only found out by accident. I don't believe it's something that's easily shareable.
I apologize for keeping it from you, Mina.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You should be. I could have been a big help in your investigation. Better late than never, I suppose. With my help, you're bound to get some answers.
We talk about Velta and what it's like to be a princess for the rest of the evening. Mina's questions are endless, and when we finally check the time, it's late into the night. Kira excuses herself and goes home. The girls retreat to their rooms, and I return to mine. I feel myself grow weary, so I get ready for the night. I'm relieved that Mina has taken the news so well, and I'm glad that I now have her help and support too. As I slip into bed, I fall asleep feeling positive about everything.